Morning from gorgeous Falmouth. Sun twinkling through the trees. But I'm not here to talk to you about sun or even gorgeous Falmouth. I'm here to talk to you about what I'm thinking about. Skiing, winter, mountains, glühwein, snow, and the incredible chili powder in Morzine, where I was invited to stay this year to experience their hospitality and the amazing slopes of that part of France where I've never stayed before. So I've made a little video about my time there and I want to tell you about some of the highlights. So Chili Powder is a family-owned hotel. That feels more like a chalet, really. It's cozy, 16 rooms. You can book as many as you want, but mostly it's filled with different families and small groups as well as individuals. People with children, people without. It's a ski in, ski out hotel with Chili Powder. And although on the first day that was semi-sketchy because there wasn't much snow when we arrived, by day 2 there'd been a fresh powder dump and we were able to ski right down to our door and the jacuzzi at the back of the hotel. Now it may have been the end of the season when we went, Lindsay, my friend and I, March time, late March, but I tell you what, the staff were incredible. They must have been exhausted, but they were bright-eyed, bushy-tailed and couldn't help us enough. In fact, I'd never experienced before arriving and having someone come to you to measure you up for skis and boots and bring you stuff that you might want to try out. So in the morning, when we got up, had breakfast, our first day, someone greeted us with 3 different ski boots for me to try, a variety of skis for me to look at. Didn't have to go anywhere. Kitted up, onto the lift, 2 minutes up the road, and there I was on the slopes with Lindsay, who was snowboarding and I was skiing, having the time of our lives immediately. There's nothing quite like sitting on a silent chairlift with your legs dangling above the slopes, or hearing everyone whoop and cheer as they ski below you and you natter sitting on the chairlift, skis swinging, looking forward to bombing down the slopes yourself. Chili Powder had organised ski lessons for us with Avoriaz Alpine Ski School. Can't recommend them enough either, they're incredible. I had a great instructor called George, who I booked 2 further lessons with. Haven't had lessons since I was a kid. Fairly competent on the mountain, but I definitely needed some help with my technique. The skiing technique may have advanced, my knowledge of it hasn't. So I had 2 fabulous lessons with him on piste and then booked an off-piste lesson for when the snow dumped, something I've been wanting to do for years because I don't have much confidence off-piste, and that was amazing. So from start to finish, Chili Powder looked after us superbly well. From when we were picked up at Geneva with our transfer, all the way to when we were dropped back in good time for our flight. There was no rushing, there was no stress, it was just relaxing. Even though there was a mix of families, single people, couples at the hotel, it just felt totally chilled out. You could choose to do what you liked. They would organise a massage or a swim somewhere in the town and a spa, or they'd sort you out with incredible ski lessons and at the end of every day, fill you up with hearty, delicious food and great convivial company. There wasn't anything else I think I would have added to the trip. It was great and I would go back. So thank you, Chili Powder, for an amazing stay, and I hope you have a brilliant season coming up. Here we are, day 1 in Morzine at Chili Powder Chalet. Ooh, bit of strobe flashing in here. We've been set up with all our kit and we're delighted. Heading up on the gondola now for our first bit of slope action and a lesson. Here we are at Chili Powder Chalet, been greeted beautifully. Breakfast was amazing. We had a charcuterie board. Even though we arrived at nearly midnight, the people are fantastic. We are super keen to get up on the slopes. How you feeling, Linz?
Excited.
It's a great place, isn't it?
Yeah!
Thank you.
Chili Powder is so close to the gondola that takes you up the mountain. It's just there above my finger. It's like a 3-minute walk from here, from the ski room. And then very quickly, you're right at the top in Avoriaz, and the slopes are incredible. And Chili Powder makes that so easy after a very hearty breakfast, of course. And I'm on my way up now for a lesson with George, my second lesson, learning so much. What a beautiful place this day. It is 7:30 on the balcony of my lovely room at Chili Powder. Dinner starts at 8, and the lovely thing about dinner here is that it's on 2 long tables, and it doesn't matter if you don't know anyone who's staying, you sit beside anybody, and it means that the conversation can be super interesting and diverse, because you can have a lawyer on one side, a teacher on the other, a blogger opposite you. So that's great, and I'm wondering who I'm going to meet tonight. But from about lunchtime today, after apparently a 6-week drought of snow here, look, it's been absolutely hammering it down. I shall turn it around so you're not seeing my mug. Couldn't see a thing up there today. But it's making everything look really charming and beautiful. So, get ready for supper. Here we come. Lindsay's relaxing. There is definitely a lot more snow than when I went to bed last night. What a great spot this chalet's in. Because you only need to walk to there to get to the gondola. Sun's trying to come through. We are on the tour lift on our last day. Gonna do a couple of runs before we have to get our transfer. It's been an absolute pleasure staying at Chili Powder. So close to the slopes, and really helpful when the weather wasn't great, giving us some advice on where to go and what to do, and had a ball. And now the weather's cleared a little bit for the last hour that we've got. Happy days. Thanks, Chili Powder. If you want. What are you now? Oh, is that okay? Yeah, quite a nice day for this, isn't it? Yeah. Hang on, I'll go one pole. A bit harder with the poles. Great, thank you.